Hello everyone, welcome back, and this is my fourth game of my playoffs. So look at this opponent's box. This is a bit of an unorthodox one. It's a hard stall box. You can see 4 healers here, and they're all 4 legit healers. No Florentia, no Florentia, no Tiaris, aggro healers. 3 of these healers are good against AoE, so even if you ban 2 of them, you still have 1 that is good against AoE. There's 2 tanks, there's a infantry Towa here, there's Hobo, there's SP Lana with a revive, and he has a Bernhardt here. So from the previous games, he played roughly this box, but some games he had Landius over this Bernhardt, so this Bernhardt was sort of like a new addition. And I'd rather fight the Landius than this Bernhardt actually. So my box, since I know my opponent is going for hard store, I even brought in my Zerida. So I kicked out, who did I kick out? I kicked out Liana and Himiko, and I put Christian in because I know this guy, the way he plays, he's super reliant on magic damage. His DPS is like Mage, TJS, Kayura, Lucretia, SP Lana. Those are his main ways of dealing damage, and even Hobo to an extent. So I know he doesn't want to fight against Christian, so I just purposely put it in for him to ban. And yeah, he bans it. So the bait worked. First ban Wet Ham, because at this point, going to this game, I actually kind of telegraphed the draft already. So I'm just gonna pick as many assassins as I can. I'm just gonna give the tanks, and I'm gonna ban the stuff that I can't kill. So first pick Pepsi. Yeah. If I didn't put this Christian in, I was pretty worried if he first bans my Pepsi. Because I'm not gonna first pick Zerida. Even though Zerida is a faction buffer, it's not strong enough to be first pick. So I'll probably end up with some kind of Werner Sigma into strengthen or mass attack kind of team, which is not as consistent, I would say. It's kind of hard to keep the attack buffs up. So having this Christian get first ban is very helpful. Lets me first pick my Pepsi. So he bans my Hilda and Wet Ham. I'm not really sure about the Hilda ban, because as a store team, I'm not sure why you'll be afraid of fighting a tank. I guess he just wants to play his single target mages, and he just wants to get that tank out of the way. And then Wet Ham just Wet Ham. Here I ban Lucretia and Burn. Lucretia, because as I mentioned in my game 3, these two are the premier DPS in this season. Bernhardt, speaking of Bernhardt, I'm not sure why, because this isn't the only Bernhardt that I'm fighting in like the entire playoffs, including the finals games after this. I'm not sure why people don't first pick Bernhardt against me especially when they bring it. Not sure if they are not try hard enough, they didn't research the matchup. Because if you look at my team, I play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 physical assassins, and I only play 2 mages. I don't play Kayura. So with the first pick Bernhardt, it counters like almost my entire team. Like only Werner is the only one that can remotely stand a chance to one-shot a Bernhardt, and it's not even consistent. I'm pretty sure you need to crit or something like that. So if you're scared of that, you can just ban it and play against the 4 other assassins. Like you can do first ban Lucretia, second ban TJS Werner, or TJS Wet Ham, and just play first pick Bernhardt. Cause if first pick Bernhardt, if I second ban your magic tanks, I don't really have mages. You've banned my TJS already, and you get to play Bernhardt Rosen, which is a really strong core. And if I don't ban your magic tanks, I cannot kill a Bernhardt behind the tank. I simply can't. No assassin can kill Burn in my team, other than Werner. And if you have a tank, you have a kind of tank aura. So either Hilda or Christian, which I'm pretty sure makes Werner miss that kill. So yeah, just a bit of an off tangent. I'm not sure why I'm not sure why no one has done this against me. So yeah, moving on. Pick the Sigma. So my opponent's team, what I'm scared of most now is Towa and Lana. So Towa has faction buff from Hilda, but Towa doesn't really have the most damage, so it's annoying to kill, but I don't think it's the biggest threat. It's just annoying to kill. Like, I can't kill it. I'm just gonna get outstalked. That's why I'm worried about it. And SP Lana, it has a revive, and since I'm planning to give all the tanks and all the healers, it's quite easy to get an immunity, so I can't even kill him with, like, let's say, Freedom Strike on Werner. So that's kind of annoying. So this bird, like, because this Bernhard was Landius, so I have to use an extra band on this Bernhard, so I'm kind of worried if he picks up either of these. But thankfully he doesn't. He goes straight into the Hobo. If you think about it, makes sense, I guess. You already have the immune crit aura, and now you have reduced range damage aura. On paper, it sounds logical to pick it against an assassin team. You just reduce their damage. And I did kind of predict this. Like, I predict that he would try to go into a Kyra kind of pick. This pick enables the Kyra instead of going into Towa or Lana. Lana is a bit of a weird one, like, because Hilda doesn't buff her, and you kind of have to pick a Gospel after that, whatnot. So I kind of predicted this actually, and my Sigma is actually picked just to counter the Kyra that's going to be coming after that. And since he doesn't ban my Werner, I take it, as I mentioned. I just take as many assassins as I can. Bans my teleport. I'm not sure what this Helena bans for. You literally have Hilda and Hobo. This Helena shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, he does go into the Kyra pick. So Kyra Hobo. Pretty nasty in terms of damage. And I scouted his games before this, so I know it's actually Mad Ring Kyra. But I'm not sure if he changed or not. Mad Ring Assassin Kyra actually doesn't die to Sigma. But if he comes out to kill me, I just need to kill it back. It's very simple maths. So I ban out his DPS. I don't want to deal with teleport, I don't want to deal with Pepsi, and now you can see he really just has healers and tanks. So that was my plan A, and he drafted right into it. Pick up Zerida. Zerida's not too bad. I can kind of try to kill his healers or the Kyra. Bans Autocrato and CC White, which gives me Ares because Rosen is completely useless against this team. I don't really feel the need to have a healer. So yeah. So all in all, I get 4 assassins. So my plan A, this is basically my plan A, and I was allowed to pick it. So I was feeling pretty confident going through this. All I need to do is remove Hobo and Kyra, and I'll basically win the game if I have like a Pepsi alive or something. So yeah, this Ares is just here, my last pick, just to try to dispel guard, do some displacement, or maybe try to bait the Kyra to kill the Ares. He's my least valuable unit on my team. Okay, things first, go through the skills. Brought sneak attack, double bladed strike on my Werner. Epsilon double skill. I brought double faction buffs so that I can have better uptime on my faction buff. And because I didn't feel like dropping faction buff on them, on either of them, would be very relevant. Like, I don't really need Killing Blow here, and I don't really need the second passive from dropping Supernova. I didn't really feel it was needed, so I just brought double buffs. Ares just single target, try dispel stuff, Sigma normal assassin. Here, I'm pretty sure this is Mad Ring because the stats check out, and he was Mad Ring in the previous game. Hilda with Broken Arrow because yeah, well, my whole team is physical assassins, so Broken Arrow makes sense. Counters range attacks and they're all physical. Obo, Buff and 3C. Elma with Holy Dragon Breath just to try to dispel Epsilon Shield. Then, and Faction Buff actually, this thing dispels 1 buff. And then Liana with the regular. 3C again with Glory Helm. Okay, so first turn is just a lot of setup. The initiative is basically on my side. And he's just trying to stall because this box is meant to stall. He summons the Candlelight on turn 1. I don't even bother buffing. Like, fight's not happening anytime. Yeah. Lead with Pepsi's buff and then I'm gonna buff with Zerida later. So this move was kind of random. Like, I didn't see the point of doing this. Like, he got a clock, but I don't know, maybe in his mind he thought it was a low risk play, like he doesn't really put himself at risk when doing this, but no, I saw this and I'm like, okay. So actually in this game I wasn't sure if my Ares was Ragnarok or Scarlet Reaper, but I figured since I had Angels and he was Crystal Warlocks, there shouldn't be a risk of me dying to counter attack, because Angels should mitigate most of the magic damage. Even if I don't break what's that called? I forgot what it's called. Holy Light something. The mage damage reduction tech. So I was pretty confident with this, and it turns out I was Ragnarok. So I just killed a hobo. So this is probably the most value I could have ever gotten out of Ares in this game. I actually got a kill out of him. So things are looking good now. Candlelight means that Kyra still keeps his her talent, not talent, her passive, the bonus range. But there's only one DPS left I need to kill. Do a whole lot more setup here. Right here, I'm basically trying to bait the Kyra. I'm like, come out and hit me. So this entire game, I might as well just come out and say it, my Werner was always in attack stance. I was never in defense stance in the entire game, because my logic is, if the Kyra comes out to kill me, I just need to kill it back somewhere next turn or something like that. So, and even if I put him in front, he's not really gonna check it, because if I'm defensive stance, he just explodes and loses on the spot. He's not gonna risk checking whether I'm defensive stance or not. So yeah, okay, his move here is to just break my shield, try to dispel my faction buff. This Elma is fixed immune, I'm pretty sure. I think it's SSM. Yeah, SSM Shrine Maiden, so I'm not really bothered trying to kill it right now. I'll just deal with it later. And we're kind of in a stalemate here, because I clicked on the Kyra and I saw this. Damage reduction minus 30, damage reduction minus 15. He's probably last right Med Ring as well. And he's on a forest tile. It's basically immortal, like, he's not gonna die. And I actually learned this in this game, like, this smoke debuff, smoke buff from the 2C, Magic Shine, stacks with Miracle. I didn't know it stacks because it uses a generic shield icon. But 30, 15, last rise is 40, it's like 85% damage reduction. And I'm Boots Stinger Sigma, not the best attack, can't crit into Hilda. So we just can't stare at each other for a bit. Yeah, just put him in front. Probably doesn't dare to check it, just chills. So he ended turn and he doesn't have the smoke debuff, it's the smoke buff anymore, so he only has last rites and damage taken 15. So I thought, let's maybe try, maybe it's a kill. Spoiler, no, it's not a kill. He still had quite a lot of HP left after that, yeah, like 2k. So here I think I could have been in trouble if he went straight for the Werner kill, because I won't be able to kill it back this turn. Why is my range fucked? Oh, okay, never mind. My range is fucked because of the hobo tiles. So yeah, if he actually tried to check for my Werner and he actually got a kill, that could have been really bad. But he goes for like so-called a safer play. basically praying that my winner is in defensive stance and not offensive. Goes back, he doesn't heal to full, but I'm in offensive stance. Kill the Kyra. There's Zerida buff on, so I just run back. So yeah, now I just need to start cleaning up the healers. So here I try for the Liana kill, but this was actually pretty close. He heals up a lot from the Glory of the Light. Glory of the World. Glory of the Light. So you click on the Liana, you can see there's a command. Increases receive heal effect by 12%, which is actually from Elma's talent. Yeah. It's a command, even though it doesn't actually mention it here. So I don't know what star this is. It's either 4 or 5 star. If it's 6 star, I think the Glory of the World would have healed him back to 100%. If you look at 1 time speed, yeah, you can see here. His troops has 12161. So he was like 140 HP off from healing to full health. But the funny thing about this matchup is also that my Zerida is Brown Boots EMB. So I'm not sure if it has higher or lower attack than a normal attack accessory plus Stinger Zerida. But my backstab had barely just enough to prevent him from healing back up to full. So that worked out. I was actually almost very spooked when I saw the heal back to 99. That could have turned out really bad. But he was 1% off. I got a kill. And this game's kind of over. And yeah, he just forfeits. So pretty good game. I got my ideal draft and I managed to execute it. And I think he made a really bad play with that hobo, which really improved my position. Like once he sacrificed the hobo, I just needed to deal with this. And I managed to get the kill, even though I had to sack my Sigma for it. And the game played itself from there. Because frankly, even if my Zerida failed that kill on the Liana, I don't think his 3 units can kill my Pepsi no matter what. It's just not gonna happen. And eventually Sigma just resets, get his talent back, and he can try for a 1-2 kill on either of the healers, I think. So yeah, either way, not too worried. As long as Pepsi is alive, and as long as I killed Kyra and Hobo, I think Pepsi wins the endgame alone. So yeah, that'll be that. And with that, the group stage games is finished. I haven't recorded the so-called finals games yet because they are BO3, and if I'm going to be talking over it, it's going to be very long, and I'm kind of busy recently. So I'm not sure when I'll post those, but do stay tuned. And thank you for watching.